Hello everyone, Jolene here from Chill Lifestyle. So we're just going to do a normal yes and a pick a card reading this week. So I just want to, I did a video yesterday. I really want to talk about vibration versus manifestation versus healing. Again, yes, I am a life coach, okay? For those of you who don't know, I am a life coach, okay? I have studied it more to help people to find their purpose, because I struggle to find my purpose. I lived majority of my life thinking that I was meant to be in accounting. Never really liked it, resented it, hated doing it, but needed the money. And so I had to eventually come to the realization that that was not my path. This is my path, to mentor you, to help you, to, show you the way after going through the struggles myself. So I have struggled. I have dealt with this. I have lost money. I have lost friends. I have lost relationships, okay? So I don't come to anyone with the, oh my gosh, you must just be high and love and light. And no, I feel the pain. I feel the struggle, because I have struggled. And when I do these readings, it's because I want to actually help people. I don't do readings without mentoring. So if people come to me and say, I don't want to be counseled, then don't come to me. That is my job. I am a teacher, a coach. And my readings are there to help you get the honest answers. Okay, so my yes or no's may be a little bit harsh at times, and I'm sorry. But again, rather know the truth so that you can do better. We cannot just manifest our way into happiness. We can fake it until we make it, yes. But the long-term, the longevity of that will eventually start to fold. That anger will come back, that pain will come back, and you will fail in whatever you are doing because you haven't healed it, okay? Those childhood wounds are there for a reason. So you have to dig deep into those wounds. And again, I'm available. I do one-on-one consulting with people, but they're really there to help you with those wounds. And at the moment, if you're feeling irritated, frustrated, angry, sad, it's because all these planets are moving. They're pushing things away in your life. They're remanipulating, because you can't continue to go back to those exes that promise you the world. And it's like insanity is doing the same thing and expecting a different result. You want a different result, change. Stop going for that. Rather be single. Being single is not this terrible thing. Society wants you to fear being single. Society wants you to be married. Society wants you to be a certain way. I have a neurodivergent son. I understand now that he does not fit into society, and I'm not going to force him to fit into society. In fact, I will help his world adjust to his will, and he will do brilliantly well, because he is super intelligent, and he will have a world that he will fit into. And that's the whole point. We're seeing now with the Epstein files, okay, that we're living in a world that was not what we thought. Conspiracy theories that were all around are starting to come true, because we're starting to open up to the realization that majority of your work, your schooling, everything is there. Advertising, makeup, Botox, you name it, everything is there so that the minority stays in power, the minority gains the wealth, and the majority of us are sick, unhealthy, sad, depressed, and lonely. Okay, so the only way for you to, I have to have the fan on because it's so hot. The only way for you to actually change your life is to heal the need to need all of what society tells you needing. And then you can find your soulmate. Then you can get rich, because you're doing it for you. And that rich might be becoming a Mormon, maybe not the religion, but living off the earth, not having the need to deal with society, social media, teaching your kids from home. It may look very different once you've healed. But if you're happy, who cares? Anyway, after that long one, so sorry, but again, I'm a mentor. I am here to help heal you and help you. So let's get into your reading. Okay, so this is the selection. Again, 4 piles. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Please, considering if you're liking this channel, share the videos to others, subscribe. That just is what's encouraging for us to carry on, because it's not really easy to, especially with YouTube at the moment. So please, if you are liking my videos, please consider subscribing, sharing it, and liking. Thank you so much. Anyway, for those who are coming back, I appreciate your constant support. And again, thank you. So these are your 4 piles, okay? Pile number 1, this is the tiger's eye, okay? Pile number 2, this is a clear rose quartz. Pile number 3, this is an opalite. And pile number 4, this is a red jasper. So pause the video. You take your time, okay? Don't rush. People are too much in a rush. Got to get the answers, got to get the answers. Take your time, pause the video, shake off any negative energies, any, you can always, I always call an Archangel Michael, just to please, I call back my energy to myself. I cut off all cords to anyone who's draining my energy. Please give me the guidance. You can speak to anyone that you pray to, okay? I'm not here to, I don't believe in pushing religion in any way or form. You must have your own religion, your own beliefs, your own form. Please give me the honest answers that I am needing right now. Okay? Cool. You take your time. I'm now obviously going to start with the piles. Hello, if you chose pile number 1, or if you've chosen the tiger's eye, then this is your reading. So pile number 1, okay, so straight away I can tell you that you are dealing with a lot of what feels like worry, what feels like struggle. In your life. It feels like you've had to learn, or are learning how to defend yourself against drama or people who you're just battling to see eye to eye with, okay? There's a lot of stress in your life at the moment. Maybe you're not sleeping at night time, especially at the moment, okay? With the changes this week, you might be feeling more anxious, more worry, more grief, okay? Because a part of you knows the answer to this. And the answer to this is you need to change. You need to leave situations in your life behind, because you are dealing with someone who's making you feel like a fool. And they're doing that because they're manipulating you. They're getting whatever they're needing out of a situation so that they get what they want, which ultimately is hurting you. But it feels like you're holding on for whatever reason. You seem to be holding on to this. You were worried about what it would mean for you to release this for whatever reason. Maybe you're worried of being alone, you're worried what other people might say. There is a bit of worry here, and spirit guides are saying as long as you stay in this, you're going to lead to even more stress, and that could actually lead to health problems if you're not careful. So whether this is a job, a relationship, a town, a family member, I don't know, whatever it is that you're dealing with, it definitely was passion there, but there's no heart. There's 2 hearts, but the heart that's there is one of leaving, okay, to search for something that's more fulfilling. It feels like there's passion, but there's no love in a situation, okay? And I feel like the only one that's there is a best friend lover. I feel like that is what's available to you if you walk away from this situation. It's definitely here to, it's saying, the black joker for me is the fool in reverse, which is either that or you're going to be made to look like a fool, feel like a fool. This person's already done it. There's change that's needed for you, pile number 1, in order for you to find this happiness, this romance, this good news that you are wanting. There's trouble in your current situation, whatever it is, and the answer is no. It's definitely a no. There's change. You need to trust your intuition here. I feel like you already know. You're just really here for confirmation, or maybe you're hoping for a different answer, because deep down inside you do know that the situation is not good for you. This person is manipulating you. This can be a relationship or a boss or someone who keeps you there with empty promises or through fear. If you leave me, I'll hurt myself. I'm never going to have anything. You nasty. You're thinking about yourself. You're selfish. You have to defend yourself. Okay, this is not healthy at all for you. This is 100% no, okay? You need to walk away from this so that you can walk towards something that is a lover, a best friend, something that's more in alignment for you. You seem to be juggling this, but you know the answer. I don't think you even have to really hear my answer. You might need someone else. That could be me, a lawyer, a financial advisor, a counselor, a coach, to kind of an outside perspective. Maybe that's what you hear. You just need that outside perspective to help you understand it is time to walk away so that you can meet a new situation that's better for you. Okay? Comment, like, and subscribe. Sorry, it may not be what you want, but it's what you need to hear. And goodbye. Welcome to those who chose pile number 2. Okay, so this is with a clear quartz. Right, so what am I seeing here? Pile number 2, are you asking about money or a job or something that's worth investing in? Because it feels like there's a lot of grounded energy in this. This is very rooted in quite a grounded energy, okay? You're about to have, it feels like it's news, a job offer, a love offer, a message that comes in that gives you reason to celebrate. And this is after a time of dealing with people that perhaps put you into lack of commitment or indecisions, or jobs where you weren't really looked after or helped, or relationships where there was always third-party interferences, third wheels, friendship zones. This comes in and it's actually stability, okay? Spirit wants you to know that if you are still struggling, that the time is almost done, okay? You're not far away. If you've been dealing with sadness, loss, financial loss, emotional, feeling left out, you're about to have a gift from the universe. This is a gift, whatever this is that's coming in for you. Again, you've been let down by someone in the past, and so you feel confused. You know, am I ever going to find love? Am I ever going to find the right job? Am I ever going to have people treat me well? Yes, you are. You are going to have something much better, and it's going to come in fast. Some kind of communication will come in. So it's either you communicating or someone else communicating, but it's going to help push you past. It's almost like momentum will start to pick up. Before you know it, there is a lesson here of independence. So learning how to, as I explained in the beginning, be alone. Be okay being alone. Sometimes you're going to be alone for a period of time before you're like, okay, I'm pretty much okay with being alone. So you will never allow something to take away the peace that you've worked so hard to create. Financial independence. Maybe you had to lose your job to figure out that you've actually got a purpose in life. Again, I'm a life coach. I help people with this. And realize, oh shit, I lost my job. But you know what? I've actually got much more about me in my life that can help me create more money for myself. And so I'm independent from being a slave to someone else. I can make my own money. Whatever it is that you've gone through, pile number 2, it has actually been here to help you gain independence from something, from being bullied, from being drained. And it's a gift that's coming in from the universe to help you have that extra bit of time, energy, and effort for yourself, to be able to spoil yourself a little bit more. Some of you might be traveling soon. There may be some bad news before this comes in, or the bad news is that you had to wait a long time for this to come in, and that's okay. Or you might have had a number of bad news coming into your life, and you're like, are things ever going to change? Yes. Okay. You're going to feel very sophisticated. There's going to be gossip, and that's okay. Let them gossip. They don't know what you've been through. They don't know what your heart feels like. They don't know the pain and suffering you've been through, so let them gossip. Okay. You're going to be quite influential. So it's almost like I'm going to show people how to get through these times because I've gone through them, okay? I'm going to let people know that there is better out there once you let go of people who let you down, who gossip about you, who run you down in the background. You needed the time to really see people for what they are, okay? You needed to be independent so that you could actually see the truth, the true colors of your friends, your families, your brothers, your sisters, your aunts, your uncles, cousins, whatever, lovers. You needed to see their truth, bosses, so that you could become independent. But the answer to your question is a yes. Thank you. Comment, like, and subscribe, and goodbye. Hi, welcome to those who chose the open light or pile number 3. Right, pile number 3, what I am getting here is there's a lot of solid, grounded energy in this, but also a lot of emotions. You may be going through quite an emotional time at the moment. You're wanting something very solid, very stable, very secure in your life. Maybe it's more money, maybe it's more stability, less debt, maybe it's a relationship that's more stable. But it feels like you needed to, you were in a period of being stuck Emotionally, there were fears you had to deal with, is what I'm actually getting. There was emotional fears you had to overcome. You had to realize that you have more control over your life than what you think. Your life isn't as bad as what you think. Maybe you needed more faith in the fact that things will work out. Maybe you needed to understand that you kept yourself trapped for other people. Emotionally tried to go after other people, tried to run after other people, and it kept you trapped in a situation. There was definitely a divide between you and someone else, and you needed to see the truth of people, friends, brothers, sisters, cousins, aunties, uncles, lovers, bosses, jobs, whatever. There was some truth that you needed to see. And so Spirit divided you and someone else because you didn't want to see something about someone, okay? And so the pain that you had was there so that you can actually finally see something for the truth. And because the reason why you needed to do that, you've got some kind of really big change coming in. So some kind of truth comes in that sets you free, and you finally go, wow, I now see the truth. It could be a download from Spirit, waking up, having an aha moment. This is how I make money. This is how I get a job. This is what I need to let go. These people are not good for me, blah, 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 blah. Whatever it is, it sets you free from this trapped emotions, from things in your life from not seeing this truth. And it creates a new beginning. And this new beginning is sending you and forcing you away from people that are not there for you towards people that you can work with, people who you can collaborate with. These are relationships where you work well together. This is after a period of going through like boredom and frustration and depression, dealing with situations that were not stable, feeling regret for not choosing the better people or not choosing better in your life. Maybe a divorce, maybe having to move, maybe some kind of major change that happens, and it's there to push you forward. In fact, fate is stepping in. They're going to impact your life in a way that you never have, to push you forward. But it doesn't mean that all the energy, all the effort that you put into other people is for waste, is for nothing. Spirit is going to say, you know what, you will be rewarded for the energy you put in. You had to learn a lesson from it, and that's harsh, but you'll be rewarded for it. And it will give you, a wish is going to come true for you. And it's something that's going to bring good news. So there's definitely good news coming in. There could be a wedding, a party, a gathering, a new relationship that you could meet. And this is something that's trustworthy, it's honest, it's passionate, it's charismatic, it's loyal, it's generous. Whatever's coming in for you, it is so much better than what you ever had to take. But there's a decision. You're going to be at a crossroads. Pile number 3. Do you choose the same old promises, fake people, giving money to people who don't deserve it, time, energy, and effort? Or are you going to invest your money, your time, your energy, your effort into something better? Because with the Joker card here, this is why this pile's actually a maybe, because the Joker card is reminding you to take a leap of faith into something better than to continuously give and invest in the wrong people, the wrong jobs, the wrong everything. So this is a maybe, and it feels like it's kind of up to you. Now, only because yours is a maybe do I want to get a card, which I didn't do for any other decks, but I kind of want to get a card to figure out what advice do you have. Definitely feels like fate is moving your way, but whatever this truth is, celebration. Okay, so this is definitely a yes, but it does feel like there's a choice coming in, a celebration. There is some kind of gathering coming in, you just celebrating, having fun, being happier. Yeah, good things are coming your way. That's what I'm getting, but there is a bit of a crossroads. So make sure you choose the right people, choose the right things, and choose someone who, or situations that are trustworthy, loyal, and with a lot of integrity. Okay, so I would say that this is a maybe going into a yes. It's not 100% yes, because you are going to have a decision to make that's going to be really important for you. Comment, like, and subscribe, and goodbye. Hello and welcome to those who chose pile number 4 or who chose the red jasper. So what am I getting for you, pile number 4? Oh, there's a lot of thought here. You deep in thought, pile number 4. It feels like you may be just trying to get some kind of mental stability here in your life, because it feels like you're dealing with fighting drama, maybe someone who's my way or the highway. You have a lot of fear, a lot of stress at the moment. Maybe you just don't know if you can trust people, situations, or even trust yourself anymore. For some of you, you may have found out, there may be a massive fight because you found out someone hasn't been honest with you, and this has caused fear, stress, loss, even pain. There's definitely pain here. But the good news, pile number 4, is it feels like things are about to get better for you, but it does feel like you have to move on from something first, okay? Because there is a negative person that has betrayed you already. So it's 3 of Swords, 7 of Swords, and Jack of Swords, right on top of each other, crying because of a loss and someone who betrayed you. And this betrayal could just be someone holding you back, someone not telling you all the truth, someone advising you to, for example, invest in this, and someone saying, no, don't do that, and then you lose money because you could have invested in that. Or, you know, you wanting to date a certain person, and, you know, this could be a mother, friend, or friends, or whatever, saying, oh, no, I wouldn't do that, and then losing the love of your life. It's something that has held you back from going after what you're wanting, and they didn't do what was best for you. This can also be yourself, you know, choosing to listen to other people and then making wrong decisions, which ultimately sabotages your happiness, and then choosing the wrong and then making a wrong choice. But the good news is that no wrong choice is completely, you know, undone. You can go forward. So sometimes you have to relocate, end a relationship, leave what you currently know behind, pick yourself up after a pain, after a loss, after a betrayal, and move forward, okay? I don't know why, pile number 4, and I shuffle these cards very well. There is so unlikely that this happens, and yet it happens every time. There's something about your childhood or a past, and it's always with pile number 4. So if you're always choosing pile number 4, you really need to look into your past. It could be healing your past, your childhood wounds. There's something about your past that's your past beliefs, your parents' beliefs, your childhood not saying, you know, you have to be this way, you've got to do what I tell you, otherwise you are wrong. Their religion, their family beliefs, your culture. There's something about your past that is sabotaging your happiness, okay? Or it's a pain or hurt from the past. Or this is a soulmate that could be from the past life even, because there is 2 of Hearts, 6 of Hearts, and Ace of Hearts, which means a union with a soulmate, okay? So that's what you're asking. The answer to your question is yes, okay? There is someone out there that's more powerful, more successful. You have got big financial success ahead. So whatever you've gone through, it's almost finished, okay? Stability is going to help you, but you've got to let go of this negative situation, negative thought. Could even be a parent that continuously said, you're not that attractive, don't go for attractive people, or I don't know, whatever it is. You've got to get rid of this mindset, this person, move on from it, emotionally disconnect, whatever it is, to get forward. But there is money coming your way, fun, so it doesn't have to be actual money, but it's resources that perhaps helps you, someone giving you, a very good businessman giving you advice so that you can create your own business. It's a relationship that leads to marriage, romance, powerful, successful relationship, power couples that's loving and kind and business orientated. Whatever it is a yes. It's very positive. So, yeah, I don't think we need to know much more there. Comment, like, and subscribe, and goodbye.